Hey, sweetness. I just got back from working out. My body feels really good. It really worked. And something that's been with me since, not even just since this morning, but because of this morning's live stream, where I talked about this guy I used to date and that story and the energetics of that as it relates to you being in full power. As it relates to you being unafraid of the things we've been trained to be afraid of men. So this might shake a little bit because of the way I have it. The stand is between my legs and I'm holding it on my thighs. So it's not on a steady surface. So letting him penetrate you fully. So as women, we're trained to fear our sex. We're trained to fear our desire. We're trained to fear what comes naturally to us. And so in substitution, we put on fake modesty, right? We act like we're not that sexual, or we do, right? Or maybe we go all the way. It just really depends on who you are, right? Anyway, we're just taught to fear desire, body, who we are, natural, just the natural experience that happens between you and a male. Like all of ours, just like natural response to each other has been co-opted. It's like we're just distracted with negativity, the way religion has, shame, has people walking around drenched in so much shame and fear of just natural reactions to people. And we're scared to just be human beings that are open and expressive and it's just so, man, at a core level, I'm just, it just doesn't feel good as you start to really get into power, as I have gotten into power and see. Anyway, so I feel myself going over in a tangent. Okay, stop. And for those of you who are really serious about power, like those of you who have been abused, like who are going to work with me, and you are like, you've been abused by men. You have been in the multitude of ways you can be abused, raped, verbally abused, sexually molested, the ways that even so many men today are scared of a woman's power, scared of a woman's desire, scared of like the full throttle presence of a woman. A lot of times when men are talking about submission, they want a woman who's unaware of her power. When I talked about this morning's live stream about the man who, in my innocence and ignorance, he was attracted to that. So much of when men today are saying that they want submission, they want cooperation, they want agreeableness, they want softness, they want sweetness. And so much of women being that way today is only evidence of her ignorance of her power. And getting into performative roles to appear feminine to a man, getting into performative roles to appear desirable. It's all cloak. It's all performative most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time. Because what I know, being a woman now who's illuminated, right, who's aware of the energetics of things, who's aware of, the fullness of a woman who's alive in her body, who is witchy, meaning like she's one with her natural responses to things. She's one with her feelings. She's one with intuition and flow and dark matter and universal forces, and who's one with all those things. A woman who's one with all those things, she's not ignorant. So there's a level, the awareness and her being illuminated has her be in her body in a way that's full and plump and rich and alive. And many men are not attracted to that. The submission they want is an ignorance, but they're not going to say that because they don't want to appear like men who like ignorance and want a woman who doesn't know who she is. So they say things that's socially acceptable, like submission. Okay. And so women, because most of us don't want the repercussions of being in power and we want a man, we get into these performative roles and then we put ourselves under hallucination. Anyway, but then what happens is we become hungry, right? We become hungry when we are in these performative roles to get a man. The voraciousness of us, the actual thing that makes us highly valuable to a man, he never even really gets to connect with it because we're not connected to it. The power that we need to create real kingdoms, the power that we need to raise up whatever it is that we choose to raise up, children, a garden, a home, multiple homes, to create school systems, like the real electric, forceful power that we need, is buried underneath our sex. It's buried underneath our full throttled expression. We bury it with fake ass king language and behavior. We bury it with fake ass queen behavior and language and performative tactics. We bury it with religious ideology. We bury it with modern day programming of how you supposed to do. And we bury it with shame. We bury it with fear. We bury it with fear of rejection. We bury it with fear of losing the traps that we have ourselves in, that we convince ourselves that we actually like. So when it comes time to really let a man in all the way, right? Like a man comes at you and you can really let him in, right? You can be present with him. We just so scared to even let that happen. Men are scared of letting that happen. Like they're scared to let a woman in. They're scared of the full throttled expression of like me looking into your eyes and taking in your smell and being present with you, like really being present and high and feeling good and aroused in your presence. And why does that automatically lead to, oh, I want to fuck you? And this is what I mean by we're so co-opted. Our natural presence and sensation is co-opted. We don't know how to be, we don't know that we don't have the what we do, it's buried. We're not connected with the intelligence. We're not connected with the elevated ways of processing and being. This is why we can't create real kingdoms. We're so fucking scared of each other, right? So how do you let a man really penetrate you? I'm not even just talking about sex. I mean his presence, being present with his sex. Before you get to the sex, y'all fucking, everybody fucking, you know what I mean, right? Sex is the easy part, right? Lay down, open your legs. He fucks you real good. He comes and it's over. Like it's nothing, right? I mean like real energetic penetration, like the way we want to be engulfed, the way men want to be engulfed, like the real power, the sensational, like transcendental power. Women keep saying they want their power. You can't even let a man penetrate you. You don't want power. You can't even dissolve all the things that keep you disconnected from your power. Right? You're scared to really drop all that and allow yourself to be one with all that is. The full sensation of you, the arousal of you, the fear of you without cutting yourself. Men too. It's not just women. Men too. So I'm inviting you into erotic. Look, if erotic feels too big, too large for you right now, come into the 3 hours together. The menu of services, I'm going to post that too. Look, I need people who would like to help me help women come into their power. Hello. Who's here? Say hi. Love, comment, right? If you really are ready for power for real, right? Because you see what's going on in the world and you see that only the people who are really can contain both the goddess and the devil in them, who can contain both the villain, and the victim in them. The one who can contain and own the God and the demon in them, and transform all your shame. Look at with clear eyes all of your shame and have me help you, and have the women who are going to help me help you. Like, come in as a protege, come in as a client. Are you strong with the body? You can help me help women with their body. Email me. I'm looking for team right now. I'm looking for women who are ready to face themselves entirely. You're ready to really look at the throbbing things that make your pussy throb, things that make your heart ache, things that make your heart sing. Stop running from yourself. Look at the darkness in yourself and find the gold in it. That's the work that we do together. That's the work you're helping other women do. The women who want to be visible, the women who have been running from their power, the women who are hiding behind their husbands, women who are scared to make their own money. They're scared to be out in the world. They're scared. They don't feel safe in the world. They're scared of their power. They hide behind their husbands and lie. They perform. They're trapped behind a narcissistic relationship. They're trapped behind all the trappings that so many women are in. Witchy, powerful women who are making their own medicines, who know how to heal, who know how to transform, whose touch has magical powers, whose eyes has magical powers. And they're so sick and tired of hiding and running and waiting, and this like sadistic and masochistic way that they take on pain that takes them nowhere, or afflict pain that takes them nowhere. And instead they want to take that pain to create money. Take that pain to allow a man to penetrate them at the deepest levels, to know God, to become one with. Like, come on. Where you are not just reading the Bible, you are the Bible. You're not just reading about magical spells and magical moments in history. You are the magical moment. This is who we are. Stop running. Come in. Deal with a master. Look at the darkness in you. What you gonna do? Right? What you gonna do? Keep running? You can do that. What I'm telling you is all here. You can stop running. You can lean into who you are, have the support and love of a master, have the environment, have the permission, have the container to transform. Okay? So you can stay in pain and hiding and running and play small, or you can come into power. And listen, plenty of people will continue to do the small thing. I'm talking to those of you who are just so like you have seriously contemplated suicide in 2022. You have drunk yourself into unconsciousness this year. You're scared that people are going to call you Satan's child. You're done with being tired. You're tired of running from your power and being scared of your power. Your parents told you that who you are is too much in the world. Men have called you too much all your life. You play performative fake femininity to keep a man around because you're scared to go out in the world and really be seen. You're scared of being rejected. You're scared of being killed. You're scared of your friends not liking you anymore. And you're done with the handcuffs of that. You're done with the handcuffs of that. You're tired of lying, putting yourself under hallucination. You're tired of patriarchal conditioning keeping you confined inside of a cage that you know is not yours. You're tired of having glimpses of your power and then you can't create because you're only in the glimpse. You're not living the full throttleness of it. That's what this is about. Email me, help@NaimaSingletary.com. help@NaimaSingletary.com. I need team members, actual team members. I need folks who are ready to travel. I need folks who are serious about creating a strong body this year. I'm serious